Andy Gorman again, and I want to show you it's not a new product, and I'll be honest with you, it's not a new product in my hands either, but it's a product review that I've never done before. It's the Watson Hangar. I can't imagine why it's called a Hangar. But ultimately, what this does, and I remember talking to Mr. Watson himself, and his first name's actually just gone out of my head. And also he'll be shouting at the camera now, going, "I can't, you know who it is," right? But I remember talking to him about 3 or 4 years ago at the PGA Golf Show, and he said, "I'll let you have one," and then they disappeared, like literally poof, gone. So all the stock that he had, he sold it. I can't blame him, and I can understand exactly why everybody wanted one. It took me a little while. A good friend of mine, Alex 40, got hold of one for me, so shout out to Alex, and we got it sent over from Watson Golf a while ago. I've been practicing with it, and I've been practicing with it a lot this year, and for no particular reason I've not said anything about it. It's just that we didn't really know how to get hold of them here in the UK. That problem has now been solved, and I will give you a link to where you can get them as well. But clearly you can see from here that I can take my grip, and it just very simply fits on top of the golf club. Winds in on a little plastic clip, and it's fairly simple and straightforward to get into place on the club. It comes with some basic instructions, of course, as you would expect. Does dismantle, so this part will come out and ultimately connect back, and of course that allows shipping to be a little bit tighter in the box. So what does he do? Well, basically what he's doing is he's got a single dimension here, and this little club here also allows us to identify that it's also square on with the club, and in some instances you may find that this particular part of the club needs to be set at a slightly different angle to suit your swing type. That will be another video at some point in time, and I'm sure if you have a look on the Watson Golf website you'll see how that's applicable. The idea being is that if I've got a setup position here, and you can see it's fairly close to my right hand but not right arm but not touching, when I make a movement back, I don't want it to be slamming against the side, and you can see there, if I just was to do that, put it up against the side as I go back, I end up with more cut in the wrist, and of course this is very much against modern teaching. So, you know, I've now got contact on the forearm, I've got a cupped wrist, and I can now feel it. You know, during the swing, that is a very strong kinesthetic feeling. I mean, it's right there. If I put it on the other side, I can now feel something completely different. Now, if I need to fix that with that, now you can see its benefit. So I can get myself set up here, and then as I come in to hit the golf ball, or as I take the club away, I now start to get that slightly flattened wrist position. Top of the swing, now nice and flat across the back of the wrist, and it's in contact with my lead forearm. What I don't want to do now is to flip from the top of the swing. Now you can see another benefit. From the top of the swing, the over the top is making contact with the right forearm, whereas straight back down, maintaining contact with the left forearm is into place. It's really powerful feedback tool. As I get to hit the golf ball, if I stall my body, it all comes back hitting the right side. I'll be honest with you, part of the reason why I never showed you a video of me hitting golf balls with this in the first instance, I couldn't. It felt so weird that all I could do was shank it. And I thought, here's a training aid that can teach me how to shank. There's something wrong with the training aid. Not thinking that it might be me, of course. Well, I've played the game long enough to know that it would be me. So I wanted to work out what it was that was happening. Part of the reason why, for those of you that don't know, I'm working out in the gym these days is because my back was getting so weak that I was posting through the hit and getting into positions like this. Now that makes it very difficult to swing the Watson Hangar. So for me, maintain my angles, get into contact nice and strong here, and I can get a really good solid hit on this particular shot. So happy to hit once that you can see, and like I say, I've been practicing it quite nicely. So there, up, and away she goes. It forces me to turn, which is great because that's something I need to feel like I'm doing. So really good position, and I get a good strong turn through impact coming through. So up, nice and strong through the ball. So for me, you know, it really helps me to get clear. It helps me to maintain my spinal angle, be able to get a good solid compression hit into the back of the golf ball. Feel like it's making contact with my left forearm all the way through the shot. Play the little partial shots around the greens works really nicely. Sort of feel there's the contact, and then through, maintaining the contact, keeping my chest turning through the shot. So very versatile training aid, available from Watson Golf. In the UK, it's available from Golf Swing Systems. Good friend Steve Joy got business of bringing training products in from all over the world, and this is available in the UK from Golf Swing Systems. So check it out, golfswingsystems.co.uk, and I think it's around about the £60 mark. Price point, check it out on Steve's site. You can tell him I sent you, but ultimately, get it in your hands, give it a try. It's a really powerful training aid to help you if you're out there giving a bit of a flip, or casting from the top, or cupping the wrists. It's versatile. Give it a go. Thanks for watching on all of the channels. We really appreciate your support. So on Insta and Facebook, Twitter, and Clubface Golf these days. Alright, check that one out, clubface-golf.com. It's an app, it's a community app for golfers. It's Facebook for golfers, that's what it is, and we're available on there. I've got hints and tips, but remember, you can find me on all of those channels at Andy Gorman Golf, and of course the One Putt Podcast, Andy Gorman Golf One Putt Podcast, available every single week, where we just basically chew the fat on golf. If you've got any thoughts or ideas, any questions that you'd like answering, feel free to contact us at golf@andygorman.com and fire away, or use any of the other channels. We'll find you in the messaging, you'll find us, we'll find you, and we'll get that message out there. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, give us a good review. If you don't, that's fine. Tell us what you don't like about it, tell us what you'd like to see, and we'll do that for you. And if you really like it, buy me a coffee. The link's below. Catch you soon.